Hello, this is Carolyn, and as I think I've stated before, I don't really love making these videos. The water's running. Got the water running. Anyway, my son probably isn't going to take over this channel, or at least not too much soon, so I've been making these short videos, but I do have a purpose for this one. I have a raccoon. It is injured. I thought it was hit by a car. I don't know. When it first came to me about 3 or 4 months ago, it was dragging its legs. I put out food. You know, I've got several feral cats. You've heard that story way too many times. The food is mainly for the feral cats. The raccoon, probably because it can't use its back legs very easily, it does a lot of snorting and growling, and it seems relatively intimidating. I'm being honest with you, because if I want to rehome this thing, I don't want to mislead you or get you to take on something that you're not ready for, or it's unexpected. But honestly, it hit my foot yesterday. The growl and the snort is the most intimidating thing. It believes it's dominant, and I think that that's my fault. Not that it would probably do that if you took it. Because I put food, whatever our leftovers are, in a bowl along with cat food. And because I don't want to deal with the raccoon, I a lot of times just shove the food out and then run back in as quick as I can. So it probably gave it the impression that I'm, you know, a subservient animal. Not the animal that feeds it every day, not the needed animal like I am, but you know, it's like, okay. Because what it does is it just falls into the dish. If you put out the food, it just comes up, and all the cats want to start eating, right? It comes up and falls in the dish, and it snorts, and all of the other cats run, and possum or whatever might happen to it. It says, no, 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 I'm not messing with this thing. It's too crazy. But it barely bit me, and it had an opportunity to do a whole lot more damage. I was attempting to walk out to the car. It's out at night in the darkness, and it was rummaging through the trash can, and all I did was lean down and pick up the trash can. And I guess it felt that I was interfering with its food supply, or it just that loud snorting and growling and running up on things usually works. But I just stood perfectly still. I had the drone I was attempting to sell to a friend, which I threw down on the ground. Not good. It didn't break, but I threw it. And the cat threw some cat cans down. It bit me again after that. So that didn't scare it away. I did what I learned in an old nature show. It's amazing what plethora of useless information comes to mind. Where you puff yourself up, make yourself a big animal, and scream. Yeah, I know, there's homeless encampments. There used to be. They probably think the Sasquatch is out for real. And anyone making out in the car, down the street, whatever, and they're like, nah, we're moving on. This neighborhood's gotten too crazy. There is a meth head out there screaming on the porch. No, but it worked. And all the inferences that I make to drugs. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I get prescriptions from the doctor because I have high blood pressure and stuff. I take one pill, and then I don't even take what I'm supposed to take. All of those, I'm playing with you guys. I don't miss anything. I'm like scared of my shadow. It's probably why that raccoon freaked me out so bad. I mean, and it did. The snorting and growling is a problem, but it barely bit me compared to the damage it could have done. I hope it doesn't have a contagious condition, because as you guys might already know, I'm not going to the doctor. So just wash it off with some alcohol. I'm fine. Well, I don't know, as fine as I usually am. Nothing's different. It went off into the corner, and it slept all day, because it does. And the good news is, if you were to take it, if you're a person who has farmland and things like that, and you were to take it, it's pretty low maintenance. It'll eat your leftovers. It'll get rid of what you did not eat. It loves meat. Of course, it loves cat food if you have cats. It has never attacked my cats. It has sniffed them, and that worried me, because the very day that it attacks any of those feral cats, it's so done. You know, because somehow I sort of have more of a bond with the feral cats, and they don't potty everywhere. If a cat has to go to the bathroom, unless it's sick, it will go out and discreetly do it and dig a hole somewhere. The raccoon, I'm going to be honest with you, if you decide to take it, it does crap everywhere. Somebody suggested it could potentially use a litter box. I'm not making another litter box. What I will do is, and Jim agreed to this, if you need some cost covered for getting a cage for it or something, we will work with you on that. If you're not going to love it and you're going to harm it, please go on. We'll just let it live here. It'll be another pain in the butt. But we have lesser disagreements with animals, even the ones that bite, than people. You know, we've become those kind of people. The ones that would rather deal with the animals. Yeah, and Jim even said that too. But I'll tell you what, if you think that you have like a Missouri animal exhibit or something that you might want to take this raccoon for, please let me know. My phone number and email are always in the description. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.